Shashi Tharoor is one of the best speakers of our time.
And no wonder that the sun never set on the British Empire, because even God couldn't trust the English in the dark.
In this video, you'll learn how to apply his habits of speaking in your life. The first and the most obvious thing people associate with him is his extensive vocabulary, but that's also where people make a huge mistake. Being articulate doesn't mean using extraordinary words in ordinary ways. It means using ordinary words in extraordinary ways. Confident speaking is not about knowing a lot of words. It's about expressing yourself precisely and connecting with your listener.
Because I genuinely consider myself somebody who enjoys communicating, and you can't communicate if you're not understood.
Having a baseline vocabulary is important, but it's not as important as you think. So, we'll cover that later in the video. Your skill as a speaker isn't judged just by your skills. It is also based on how well your listeners understand you. So, as an example, you could say scaling content, or you could just say getting more views. Both of those mean the same thing. It's just that one is easier to understand than the other. This brings us to the next habit, enunciation. This means clear pronunciation of each word. Many people start mumbling and lower the loudness of their voice towards the end of their sentences.
Is this ranch?
It's somewhere in California.
Okay.
Somewhere in California, like 80 acres.
Oh, contrast that with how Shashi Tharoor pronounces each word, particularly the end of every word.
The global narrative is shaped by various factors. It is shaped by the interests and the self-interests of governments, and by the interests and the proclivities of the media organizations. The people who rejected it were the Hindu Mahasabha and the RSS. Golwalkar in particular was scathing in the language, and so are many others in that ecosystem.
Sticking with pronunciation, a huge mistake is uptalk. Uptalk means raising the pitch of your voice towards the end of your sentences. This means you sound unsure and underconfident.
How many data categories do you store? Does Facebook store on the categories that you collect?
The fix to this is simple. Drop the pitch of your voice towards the end of your sentence.
It's a bit rich to oppress, enslave, kill, torture, maim people for 200 years and then celebrate the fact that they're democratic at the end of it.
In that clip, you also saw the importance of how fast you should speak. Generally speaking, it's helpful to speak slowly when you want to emphasize something, and speak a little bit faster when you want to express energy or excitement. To make this a habit, take a common question you get all the time, like what do you do, or tell me about yourself, and then record your answer to that question. Watch the recording and notice the amount of filler words you use. Use tone, speed, and how clearly you are speaking, and then try to fix each of those one by one. But if you want to go from a good speaker to a great speaker, you must start using rhetoric devices. One such tool is alliteration. Alliteration means using words that begin with the same letter or sound. Here, notice how he uses the words forgive and forget as he's talking about British colonization in India.
Does it mean anything to Indians anymore?
Not really, John. I think people have largely forgotten it, and Indians are very good at forgiving and forgetting, so they're forgotten as well, which is what I object to. Let them forgive, but let them not forget.
Using tools like alliteration is the difference between making your messages easy to remember and making it impossible to forget. That's the difference between good and great. Some of the best communicators understand this better than others, and I'm talking about advertisers here. See, nobody wants to see ads, but they make a lot of money. Why? Because they know that they have to make their messages impossible to forget to make sales. That's why you see product names like Kit Kat, Tic Tac, and the best name of all, Coca-Cola, which has alliteration both at the beginning and at the end. But if you really want to supercharge your speaking abilities, combine alliteration with the rule of 3.